It's the afternoon. Woke up. First name Chill, last name Monger. You're watching my favorite channel. I'm here with Planet Fanatics. Darius, how are you on this fine Friday?
I am good. What is going on, everyone?
What's going on, everyone?
Everybody showing up here to the stream with us today.
How's your teeth?
I was actually wrong. It's not, well, I thought we were going in to do more of the root canal stuff today, but no, just more fillings.
You know, I checked online how much a root canal is over here. We actually do have to pay something like $500 minimum. It's crazy. I thought it was free, and it's not.
Oh yeah, no. My insurance covers everything but my root canal. Root canal per tooth.
What is so special about these root canals that require payment?
I think it's just because it's how expensive they are. Because per tooth, it's $4,000. Well,
it's like the material that they put inside you. The things that they use, though, like whatever comes out of the toothpaste or whatever it is, it's so small. How could that much material be expensive? Is it because it's time consuming? Are we paying for the dentist's time and his assistant's time? Is that it?
I believe so. That, and I've watched, because obviously, like anytime I get ready to have, not that I've had ever anything, I've only had, as of recently, this past May, I had a minor surgery. It's the first time I've ever had surgery. And then now this root canal. I've never had anything like this going. So I look up things. I look up like the videos on YouTube. I watched a root canal. It is, I guess, kind of time consuming. And then when working for the dental lab itself, when I worked for the dental lab, it's not just that comes with the root canal. It is also the crown that they have to put on. So we've had to make so many crowns for people, and a crown can range. Crowns can be kind of expensive. I mean, it's a fake tooth, so.
So we got some DC things to talk about, and just before I went live, I saw an Avatar Studios Retcon video from the Avatar, so that'll be a reaction more so, because I don't know what to expect there. We have Marvel Zombies, I think the new trailer. Is that why Marvel Zombies is on the thumbnail, the trailer?
Yeah, they put a new trailer out.
And then Nintendo hit us with Pokemon Legends Arceus. It hit us with Mario movie and video games, and Fire Emblem. That was on the Nintendo Direct today. And then we'll get into the Shuri leaks also. Maybe we should end with Shuri and that stuff, just because maybe that's when we'll have the most viewers. So not too action-packed, but we go to the DC world where I see this story. So Justice Gang is a Twitter channel, 22,000 followers. It's not really real. Like it says it's owned by Max Lord, and the team members are these people here. It's stupid. It's just a little fun account. But they did a huge, hey, 24 hours since the World Trade Center, 24 years since the World Trade Center. Charlie Kirk. Hey, it's been 4 minutes since that. Anyways, you read all those words, and someone asked James Gunn, did you officially authorize this statement? And he says, you realize that's a fan profile, right? Thoughts?
No, not really. Thoughts on James Gunn not getting involved politically? Smart.
Yeah,
smart. That's my only thought. Smart. Good job, James. I wouldn't have either. Nor actually, and just knowing James and the things that he has spoken up on before, I don't believe that he agrees with Kirk either. So why would I waste my time on somebody that I don't agree with, that I'm sure he views as irrelevant and things like that, and blah blah blah. He's just a YouTuber. So
he commented enough to make sure I didn't authorize on this statement, to make sure that's known. But in the comment, there's really nothing of which side he's choosing. Good response. Good take of action. So that was a thing that happened on Twitter with James Gunn.
Yeah, James, good job. Like I said, I wouldn't give it energy either if I was in his position.
Truly wouldn't. So they're saying that Paramount is going to purchase Warner Brothers. The people are asking the question of, is James Gunn's career going to be on hold, or is something going to happen to him? Will they be upset with James Gunn? And to that, I think that there's nothing to worry about. Paramount trying to own Warner Brothers and selling in 2027, when it happens, they still need Warner Brothers and superheroes and stuff. There's a blueprint that Marvel put out. Superheroes are profitable. James Gunn will be just fine. James Gunn is a director producer. He'll be just fine.
Yeah, for sure.
I did not catch the new episode of Peacemaker, but if I did, I would talk about it. And then I talk about the podcast that James Gunn records with some of his cast members. Didn't see it. So sorry about that.
How many episodes do they have left of Peacemaker?
Today was 4, so I think there's 4 more.
Okay, so Blue Beetle and Superman are the only two I'll be paying attention to.
Whenever they show up, if they didn't show up yet. I think actually I would have heard if Blue Beetle showed up. I would have scrolled past it. But the only thing that I've been seeing on my feed today was related to the Nintendo Direct that happened.
With Mario's?
Yeah. Nothing?
Yeah.
Nothing for you?
Mario Galaxy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was a 52-second tease. I'm not shocked.
Just made for this announcement. It was very, very high definition, well produced. But there you go. Nintendo and Illumination are going to be doing a movie, Super Mario Galaxy. They're not calling it Super Mario 2 to build off of the first movie. They're saying you don't have to do homework. It's just called Galaxy.
Yeah, no homework. Well, I mean, it is based off of the games from if you had them on GameCube, and then now I guess you can get them on Switch now. But Nintendo's making that available. But yeah, so the story is going to be following that, I guess, loosely. You know, you had Yoshi that was in the post-credit scene of Mario.
Yeah.
Yeah, so probably be following the video games storyline kind of loosely.
The Nintendo Direct today came out about 7 hours right before we are shooting this. It was hella informative because not just Mario was the only franchise that they've got. They've got franchises like, as you can see here, Mario Wonder.
Light display.
Mario Wonder is what they covered. Then when it came to like the speech of what the movie's going to be all about, I should probably play that here. Talk to me, Miyamoto.
The name of the new movie that Nintendo and Illumination are producing together is the Super Mario Galaxy movie. What kinds of adventures do you think Mario and his friends will have in space? This movie will be the main event of the Super Mario Bros. 40th anniversary. Let's also hear some remarks from the movie's co-producer, Chris-san, from Illumination. Chris-san.
Thank you, Miyamoto-san. As we celebrate Mario's 40th anniversary.
Pause. So they want to show off the background. This is how Nintendo has always been. If they go to the Kirby franchise and that guy's director will be having Kirby behind him, we have Minions because Illumination are saying that's us, Gru and all that. All that's our company. You got Bowser here on the piano singing Peaches, Peaches, Peaches. This is a cool little background setup that they got with the producer Chris Meledandri.
It's an opportunity to reflect on the 4 decades of creativity, imagination, and adventure that Mario has brought to life for fans across generations and around the world. From its groundbreaking world building to its iconic characters and unforgettable music, the Super Mario Brothers have left a lasting impact on the very fabric of our culture. All of us at Illumination feel so fortunate to continue our collaboration with Nintendo as we expand the life of Mario in movies. And while the Super Mario Galaxy games are the core inspiration for our story, this next film holds surprises for fans of every Mario era. Our directors, Michael Jelinek and Aaron Horvath, along with the extraordinary team of artists at our studio in Paris, are very busy working to deliver a film that aspires to earn its place in the history we're here to celebrate. Brian Tyler is also returning to compose a score that blends together musical themes from Mario's incredible game heritage. And we're also thrilled to welcome back Chris Pratt as Mario,
No surprise.
Anya Taylor-Joy as Princess Peach,
Or two.
Charlie Day as Luigi, Jack Black as Bowser, Keegan-Michael Key as Toad,
I forgot he was Toad.
and Kevin Michael Richardson as Kamek. And as we continue to make progress on the Super Mario Galaxy movie, we look forward to sharing more with you in the future. And until then, thank you, and back to you, Miyamoto-san.
Thank
I think he was reading. That's why he was moving so slowly. Plus, they got to translate it to all the different languages. Yeah, man. So do you guys game? I'll game this. I game Nintendo, yeah.
Not like I did.
You ever played Mario Galaxy?
I played a lot of Mario games.
So it's smart also to release the two games, Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 from the Wii era. Why not? People can play it again. Maybe people play it for the first time because what do kids know? Kids are just like, yeah, this is a brand new game. It's Galaxy. I wasn't born when it existed, but now I'm 10 years old and I want to play it. Sure, more power.
Yeah. Agreed. This is going to be good, though. The first one was good. So I'm sure, with how meticulous Nintendo themselves are with everything, I'm sure they want to up the ante, obviously, from the last one to make it bigger and better. Like he said, for Mario lovers of all generations, you're going to have something to love in this film. So I'm just excited about Yoshi. I don't think he's going to have that big of a role.
Yoshi was in Super Galaxy 2 on the cover.
Yeah. I don't think he's going to have that big of a role in this one, but I'm excited for him.
And you can buy the new games in October 2nd of 2025. They are also giving other games on their Nintendo eShop. You can play these on the on the Switch 2. Some of the oldies. You can buy a talking plant. Okay. Then they went to like their independent games and some of these developers. And I don't know. I'm not too big into it. People like Hades too. I've seen a lot of chit chat about that online. Then there was a Hyrule Warriors game featuring Zelda. This is not the Hyrule Warriors game, is it? I think I just passed it. Then they went to Donkey Kong, and Donkey Kong visited the same island from DK64. We had Metroid Prime. I forgot to mention this. Metroid Prime 4, but Switch version. That's cool, right? Coming out December 4th. And here's the Donkey Kong one. You recognize this game? This map?
This is where you're from, DK? This island is beautiful.
Music?
DLC is smashing its way into Donkey Kong Bonanza. This new edition lets you barrel around DK Island, the home of some familiar faces.
We got Diddy Kong, and I think her name is Tiny Kong over there. A good throwback for some of the older heads. So if you want to pay for DLC, you want another map where you can build and destroy the DK Bonanza way, well, you can now build and destroy from that Nintendo 64 game. Solid.
Yeah, Donkey Kong had some fun games.
And he's at a resurgence now. Like, they opened with Mario Kart, and a month later, Donkey Kong Bonanza. So they have some high hopes for this game.
Donkey Kong Country was a... Did you play that? Well, yeah, that was a fun one. Donkey Kong Country Returns. I remember that one. That was a fun one, too. Yeah, Donkey Kong had some fun games.
Oh, it's available today. You can get it right now. I didn't realize that. That's cool that they just like, hey, come out, see it today. Nintendo can do that. Video game studios can do that, but movie studios, no. There's too many people who are in on the secret, and they can't just drop news like, "Yo, it's on streaming today. Go check it out." Could you imagine if they created a whole streaming show? Like, let's say Wonder Man, we knew nothing about it, and then the day of they go, "By the way, Wonder Man, all 8 episodes are available today." Like, they could never do that. That is,
They could. No one would watch. Still.
Then they did a Pokemon related Ditto thing where Ditto transforms into a normal girl and he lives the life of a Pokemon talking to other Pokemon, and they're gonna build grass like Minecraft, like Animal Crossing. Like, that's the point of this game. You learn how to build things and you can construct things, and you learn from the different Pokemon. You'll see a Squirtle, hey, water my plants. This is so childish. I'm a Pokemon guy, not for me, so I'll just skip right by it. It's called Pokepia. Now, the big game is Legends Arceus, where they have Mega Evolutions. Greninja, that is forget their names. Chespin evolves into it. Chestnut. So we got more Mega Evolutions basically coming out of Legends Arceus, and that game is available next month. Then Pikachu's evolution Raichu can evolve into 2 new forms, the X form and the Y form. Mega Raichu X here, and Mega Raichu Y on the right. This is a DLC that you can pay for. Stupid early. Why would you tell us about a DLC game before the actual game comes out in October? So I don't get this strategy at all. Maybe it's proof that Legends Arceus was delayed and pushed back. But fine. That's that. Now, towards the ending of this Nintendo Direct, there's one more game. And you and me are going to react to it with the sound on, too.
Can you only play Donkey Kong Country Returns on Wii?
What? They didn't put it on the eShop?
I'm looking.
It's coming. Well, maybe at the end of the Switch 2 lifespan, they'll add that.
I don't want to play on the damn Wii. I was just watching this video. I haven't played Donkey Kong Country Returns in forever, and I was just watching this YouTube video, and I want to play it now. But not on the fucking Wii. I don't want to play. I don't even have a Wii anymore. A long ass time ago.
But I don't know where my Wii went.
Yeah, I don't even remember us getting the Wii, but we had one. We had one. And before we had the games, we were, it was the games that came on the Wii, the bowling or
tennis,
yeah, boxing,
and baseball and golf, bro. I didn't care about the golf, but then something about that golf game, which was like, well, this is the head game of all 5. Last trailer, Fire Emblem.
Next will be our last announcement. Please take a look.
Now this right here, this is crazy. I was sent a picture. Hey, there's this anime with a black character in Gaichi Akatu. Check it out. He doesn't even show up till episode 8. I said, call me when it's the protagonist. And Japan said, okay, got you.
Bold warriors, draw now upon your strength.
Nani? What? And he's got the hairstyle that's not the Killmonger haircut. And who is he? First face that we see in gameplay.
Hold fast to the devotion in your beating hearts. Hear me now as I declare that the heroic games have begun.
Here.
I only want to fight so I can save my father's life.
And he has a dad. Fire Emblem. His name here is Kai. He's got a bronze spear. Who is this guy? He's the main character that you play as, and he's in Fire Emblem, which has been a series. This is a decent budgeted video game franchise, and they did it. Japan did it. Lead character representation. How do you pronounce that? Cairo? I say Kai, right? CAI.
Yeah.
What I seek is a great strength, an unyielding strength for any foe.
All right, Darius, are we 2 for 2 here, or is this one undecided?
This game?
No, like look at her skin tone. I can see her hair is like straighter.
Oh no, she's white.
That's a white woman there.
Yeah, that's the white one.
Sheer strength to
Green.
uphold the faith I hold dear.
Green eyes.
Above all, I need the strength to lead my people.
Oh, I
Strength enough-
absolutely hate these type of games. These like phone games. Is this a phone game?
No, it's not. It's a console game for Nintendo Switch.
Oh well, is it like those aerial type of games?
I just pretend like you like it just for the sake of this representation. I'll let you go with the negativity and everything you hate about it in a second.
For a queen!
Yeah, because this here, that's not the gameplay.
This
That's
year's
the game. Yeah, that's the gameplay. Hell no. If the gameplay was like that before this, you have my attention. This,
okay.
This is like those games they advertise on like Snapchat commercials. Between
It's very strategic. It's Tales of Symphonia. It's a JRPG. It's successful. So even if it isn't for you,
I bet it is. I'm sure it is. People love these games. I just don't.
all right. I mean, I find glee in the idea that Fire Emblem has a regular fan base and millions of people for 30, 40 hours of gameplay are going to boot up their system and be Kai for 30, 40 hours. And that's who they are. They will be able to humanize and live through and feel upset and then also feel success and go to new levels as Kai. And I think that's very meaningful stuff that could be going on there.
Imperative that I face it again. I must cull it with this blade. My full strength.
That's kind of actually cool how, we got the strategy part of it. And then as soon as you hit the attack and you decide what moves you're going to do, they'll do an animated cutscene.
There's a man I hate so much that simply killing him will not satisfy me. For that reason, I refuse to die.
That woman could be Kai's sister.
I won't let you hurt her! And now warm blood is served in a crude cup.
You think I'd let you deny me my feelings?
I refuse to accept defeat.
I'm gonna rewind 5 seconds because it looked like some like Anubis. Remember Bost in the Thor: Love and Thunder movie? This is what kind of she was going for here.
You think
Kind of looks like a panther thing. The hair is definitely stiff, so maybe Egyptian, some Nubian inspired character here,
I'd let
right?
Yeah. Where is it even taking place?
Oh, they're in some sort of Colosseum, so it could be Rome inspired, or a brand new place that they've invented in the video games. So it doesn't actually need to be. It's historically accurate. Oh, those people are coming out. Those gamer racists. This isn't accurate to the time period. Well, and if you're only half Japanese, then where's the Japanese represented in his skin tone? That's coming.
you deny me my feelings?
I refuse to accept defeat. Not now!
For those who stand upon the final stage, I shall grant whatever wish you may desire. So say I, the Divine Sovereign. That's I vow to you.
I think you're the villain Divine Sovereign, and I can't wait for Kai to get his dad back. Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave.
The years were long, weren't they? Have you forgotten me so soon?
According to Twitter, that was major. According to every reactor, that scene of that girl, have you forgotten me so soon, is like, oh, she's in the game. And to me, I don't know anything about the Fire Emblem franchise, except you can play as Roy and Marth and Ike in Super Smash Brothers. That's all I know about them.
Yeah, and then nothing about this.
And now people are saying that Fire Emblem will have Kai available in the next Super Smash Brothers. The first black character that they have. Because Mr. Game & Watch doesn't count. Funny people.
Yeah,
Gaichi Ukatu slander needs to stop. Chill. I'm not slandering the show. I'm just saying you guys have a black character who shows up in the 8th episode, and that's not significant for me. This is significant. Chi-Town says, so Chill will support this pandering Japanese game. Oh, it's pandering? What evidence do you have that this is pandering and that this isn't actually he's the lead character, main protagonist? My evidence would be that in the trailer they showed his gameplay first, and they started with him. So I don't know much about the Fire Emblem game, Chi-Town. You could be correct, or you could be like a troll right now. Either or. I'm open to, so keep commenting. Let me know how this is pandering Japanese game. But he won't give any time to Alien Earth that has a black main character. Oh, Alien Earth has a black main character now. Okay. It looks mid. You about to be dragged, Chill. We'll see. Perp says multiple black characters in the show, not just one. Fam, I love you, Perp, but if it's not the lead character of the show, yeah, great. Ensemble cast and character numbers 7, 8, and 9 are black. I don't value that. Sajadik says, I am not sure how wanting to play a Japanese game has any impact or connection to his desires to watch Alien Earth. It's related to something we were talking about all week. So it is. I understand where they're coming from. I don't think it's like a left field comment. Lauren says, what are your thoughts on black characters like Yaruchi and Shihoyun? Who are they? I don't know. You know them?
I don't know. Listen, when you get into the anime world and you start getting into these Japanese names like Yoroshi or Luffy or One Punch, I don't know any of this stuff. This is where
Saitama.
I check out. I have no idea what any of this stuff is. I only know certain names due to, like I said, people watching it, and I just happen to be around. But I'm never actively putting on any of this.
So this is the black character Yaruchi Shihyuin, and she is in Bleach, 1,000-Year Blood War, I think. Okay. So I don't have much thoughts on it. I was not a Bleach guy. First appearance was in Volume 6, Chapter 51 of Bleach. Episode 15 of Bleach is when this character first appears. She is not Ichigo. She is not the lead. So I guess that's what my thoughts would be. You don't got to be the lead to be well-executed character who happens to be black. You don't have to be the lead for that. I understand that. So thank you. Gaichi Ukata has 2 black characters. She's from Bleach. Darius, you need to watch more anime. Did you ever see Attack on Titan?
I know. No, it's not that I don't. I've seen it. It just doesn't. Like, I've seen it. Like, it's on often at my house. I just don't watch it. I hear it. And when I do look up, I'm like, what the fuck? And all the inner monologues, that shit just gets on my nerves too. Like, I hate when they explain what I literally just watched.
The best part?
I hate that. Whatever, like on Naruto, they do that so fucking much. How did he know that I was going to do that? And I'm like, oh my, why are you telling me what I just watched?
Just as predicted. Now I have to hit him with the mega, what? And then the guy's not really dead.
Yes, that shit.
Well, Demon Slayer Infinity Castle has opened to $10 million in Thursday previews. That's a monster number.
Yeah, I know this one too. This one is not that bad. I don't know anything about this movie, but the show itself is not that bad. This was actually, out of all of them that I've seen, this is the one that I probably have looked up and stayed looking up the longest at.
Good.
Demon Slayer wasn't that bad.
I'm going to go blind into this Demon Slayer movie. I might see it after the stream. I don't know. Depends on other sources and other people. But I might just have to see Demon Slayer right after and let you all know how I felt about it, even though I don't watch the show or know anything about this franchise. I just want to be part of this new like anime wave that's coming in. Anime has always satisfied me. I have so many anime shows from the past that I used to watch, new ones that I'm getting into. Yeah. Demon Slayer is going to pass all the comic book movies this year. That's hard. Superman made 600 million, didn't it? And their Thursday previews were not 10 million for Superman. But then they were also masked. We don't really know what their Thursday previews were because they were including some of those Amazon Tuesdays. So Superman right now is at 614. If it reaches 620, let's just call it 620. I don't think Demon Slayer can do that. Shy-Town's back. He says, because I'm working, I can't fully explain it to you regarding the pandering. All right, Shy-Town, but you are not telling the truth when you say Alien Earth has a black lead. Enough anime talk.
Have you ever played Spartan Total Warrior?
No.
I didn't know that they revised this game for PS5. I never beat this game on PS2, and I would like to finish my conquest. I haven't played it in forever, probably since middle school, but I never beat it. I rented it several weekends. Couldn't beat it. I couldn't get past fucking Achilles. I'm just watching them do it with ease. This is the people that created the game, though.
Alien Earth does have a black lead character. See, the joke is like, fuck. It has a black lead character. In the wording, you're saying that there's multiple leads. And when you open up to interpret, yeah, there's like 5 leads and one of them is black. So it does have a black lead. You just like stop trying to push that past me, guys. Cut that out, please. Sorry, Darius. Go ahead.
No. Oh, no, nothing. Anybody else in the chat? Have you guys ever played Spartan Total Warrior? Am I the only one? Greek mythology game.
No. Ever played Marvel Rivals? Because your girl.
It looks fresh. Fun. Marvel Rivals looks fun. Never played it though.
Never played it? Nah, me either. Never played it.
It does look really fun though.
2 years after the Halloween special, we get Elsa Bloodstone featured in Marvel Rivals. So one good thing about Marvel Rivals is how they focus on freaking Jeff the Land Shark characters who are lesser getting that attention. Luna Snow getting that attention. Another one who's going to get like a little bit more attention is going to be Elsa Bloodstone. They added the Fantastic Four right when the movie for Fantastic Four came. Great timing, right? Blade's been in it always, I think, from the start. I don't think he was an add-on. And maybe if they ever do something again with Moon Knight will be added to a fighter in the game. They always had Black Panther and Captain America and Ghost Rider too, didn't they? So this game is just going to continue adding to its roster and popularizing characters and IP, whether it's a video game or a comic book, whatever it is. Making these characters more recognizable will help overall everywhere. One day they'll do a movie where Elsa Bloodstone shows up and we'll go, I played her as the video game. And some people will say, I watched her Werewolf by Night. So Elsa Bloodstone, that's how you elevate a character, by putting her in a video game. Little isolated poster over here. Not bad. So good on Marvel for boosting some of their characters in a popular video game, which is like on season 4.
Yeah, but this isn't Marvel. Like this is Marvel, but this isn't. Like this is a Japanese company.
So who should I say good on? Good on the Japanese company division of adding characters?
I guess so, because it's not Marvel. This is a Japanese company doing this. They literally put Angela in there last week.
Angela Bassett Ramonda?
No.
Who's
Angela from the Guardians?
I don't know who that is. Wow. Angela? There's an Angela in Guardians?
Yeah, she's from the Guardians franchise. Yeah, her and Daredevil got put in it last week. I think it was Daredevil. Yeah, this ain't like Marvel, like, oh, let's bolster characters that no one ever talks about. This is the Japanese company that's like, hey, let's throw some more fucking skins in here because our shit's popping.
Okay. Well, they chose the right ones, bro. Cloak and Dagger. They chose T'Challa, Aurora. Marvel Rivals developer are Chinese, not Japanese. I could have sworn they were Japanese too. So
I thought they were Japanese, Chinese, their nieces.
their nieces, yeah. So it's a foreign company is behind this. But you reckon though, like, don't they run it by Marvel and say we'll use these characters? It's like Marvel could probably veto it if they wanted to.
I feel like they could. I mean, it's their characters.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure they could.
Blade was downloadable content in Marvel Rivals. Ghost Rider ain't in the game. Thank you for fact checking me. I don't mind being wrong if you're going to correct me with what's right. So that's the story with Marvel Rivals there. It's really a nothing burger day, isn't it? Take me through.
Well, yeah, no, it's the same thing that's been the past 72 hours, unfortunately.
Take me through this Shuri news.
I don't know if any of this is real or not, but for the sake of the show, sure, we can give it some attention. I'll pause that. Let's see.
So
Two
there's
things.
this screenshot that you showed me. Okay. This Avengers Doomsday. I don't know if it's from Twitter, Reddit, wherever you got it from. You showed me this. And in it, the words say official. It's been revealed that we'll have a strong scene on Avengers Doomsday as Doctor Doom will eliminate Shuri / Letitia Wright in front of T'Challa's son. Apparently, the scene is for the new Black Panther to have more development, and in the same way we will see multiverse versions of Black Panther, one of them will be the actor Michael B. Jordan. Where did you pick this up from?
This is just on, I believe it was Reddit, something like that. Not, like I said, grain of salt. I doubt this is even real. One, I don't believe this at all because Michael B. Jordan is not going to be coming back as one of the Panthers. I don't believe that in the least. But then I don't put anything past Marvel Studios when it comes to the Black Panther franchise at all. So, I mean, just, yeah, sure. For the sake of the conversation, let's say that maybe this is real. Let's say that they do kill off Shuri, and, you know, that'd be the same thing and the same themes that they've been going and running with in the Black Panther franchise within the MCU since the first one. You know, oh, my father was killed. That's my motivation. Oh, your father was killed. Mine too. That's my motivation. Well, now my brother was killed. That's my motivation. My aunt was killed, and now that is my motivation. So his motivation could be that Shuri is dead, and now, hey, I'm going to take on the mantle, and I'm going to become what they're going to call him in the MCU, T'Challa.
This is believable.
It is. I don't think this is real, but it is believable. I don't think that this is real at all. I don't think Letitia Wright dies in Doomsday or Secret Wars. I think that she's going to have whatever role to play in the Black Panther 3 film. I mean, I would assume maybe Ryan doesn't kill her. I mean, she's one of the only surviving members of the royal family. So I would assume he's not going to kill her. I'd assume. But then again, this is not a Ryan thing. So this is the Russos and or the Russos. So with this being the Russos, as I've stated before, and I've said this so many times, Bo even confirmed it on Twitter, you know, with the whole thing about, oh, we had to check with Coogler before we did anything. And the same thing with Shuri. This is not just a T'Challa issue. This is, or I wouldn't even call it an issue. This is not just a T'Challa thing. When it comes to the Black Panther franchise within the MCU, Coogler is over that franchise within the MCU. It's a kind of akin to the way I'm looking at it. I don't have any inside knowledge, so don't take anything that I'm saying verbatim. I'm just saying, like, I don't have, you know, I look at it as Marvel and Sony's relationship. I have to ask Sony before we do anything with Spider-Man. I have to ask, if I'm a director like the Russos and I want to use someone from the Black Panther franchise, I need to ask Ryan Coogler, hey, what are your plans with this character? Can I use this character? So I don't think, unless Coogler has said, oh, yeah, I wasn't going to use her in the third one anyway, go ahead and kill her off, then I don't believe this.
Eliminate. Eliminate isn't the same as killed. So maybe Dr. Doom eliminates her by making her a Doom bot or a servant of Doom.
Maybe. But I think she's going to have a role to play in the third one and helping to mold and raise this boy.
Bastard.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't find it real. But again, for the sake of the conversation, and I don't put anything past them, it very well could be. It very well could be. Now, the multiple versions of Black Panthers, one of them being actor Michael B. Jordan. People just be pulling shit out their ass. Michael B. Jordan is not going to be one. And again, I have no inside knowledge. I just don't see that. I don't see it. I don't see them pulling him in to be a Panther from another universe. What?
It feels fake, but I remember before Wakanda Forever, it felt fake there too. And then it turned out they did exactly what, they killed the character, big funeral, all this stuff. They're going to give him a kid at the end. I didn't think that was going to work. I thought, like, what kind of fan fiction type is this? And they did it. So they'll continue doing it.
Yeah.
New actor?
And new actor for what?
For T'Challa. Toussaint.
Oh, yeah, of course. Divine, as we looked at his Instagram, he doesn't look like he's gotten any bigger. And I don't really know. As I've said, I'm going to keep your eyes on that Miles Canton shit. Just watch that.
Yeah, where's he been recently? Any pictures in Europe tonguing down white women like Anthony Mackie?
He did. Who's live? Was it Kai Cenat's live stream he was just on and sung the song from Sinners?
Oh, really?
I believe so.
That's cool.
He's doing things like that. But again, the only reason I bring him up is the same reason I brought him up the last time. He said he wants to be Miles Morales. Well, that's not going to happen. But I know someone that works for Marvel who is given to Marvel standards 2 very successful films. 1 very successful film, 2 to their standards, a very successful film. So, and he's, if we're to believe rumors, Coogler at one point in time name was in the running to even be directing the X-Men, to even be directing Secret Wars. If we're to believe these rumors from these scoopers, that his name was on the table. They clearly hold Coogler to a high esteem over there at Marvel Studios. So if I'm Miles Canton and I want to play in Marvel, but hey, I'm not getting that Miles Morales role. Hey, brother, you gave me my first ever movie role. You think you can hook me up with Marvel? Hey, you know what? I have been writing something where the bastard is going to be older, and I need you to be.
Hey, hop on a plane to Haiti right now. You got to be right there. Shuri's gonna. You got to watch Shuri die. She's gonna get eliminated. You'd be perfect for it. I'm gonna shoot her right there. Catch this connection on Dominican Republic.
Yeah, watch him. Who they're gonna cast as the kid, I don't know, but watch him. Watch him.
I wonder how accepting Wakanda will be of this bastard child they didn't know about. Just going, I'm the king now. It's like remember Killmonger, except now we have to cheer for the new guy, who's just like from the outside and be like, oh, I have a royal lineage, so I get to be king now. Yeah, literally the opposite of the first movie. Fuck this company.
Yeah, and again, I don't know. None of us know. We don't know what they're going to do with T'Challa. We don't know anything like that. I mean, as I said the last time, and I'm going to say it again, I don't know if this is going to work. I don't know anything. You need to give your attention to Marvel Zombies on the 24th. They have given another trailer, and as I said the last time we talked about this, if you watch the What If episode with this being a continuation, T'Challa is a main character. And that is even, I think, more touched on. He doesn't get a lot of scenes, neither does Spider-Man or the others that are the surviving members from the What If episode get a lot of shine in that trailer. But there are scenes with them in that trailer. I don't think it's a flashback thing. I don't think that he doesn't have a lot of scenes. I think that they are since they ended that What If episode with those 3 being the survivors. You see Okoye died at the hands of Wanda. So we see they're back in Wakanda at the end of that episode. They are trying to get into Wakanda. So I think T'Challa is going to play a major role in this. And if so, you better give your attention to that. I'm not saying that's going to change the course. I'm not saying that's going to change their mind. But you want to protest. You want to make them see you and things like that. Here's your chance. I bring that up again because we are constantly screaming and constantly crying and constantly putting on Twitter the hashtag recast T'Challa. Why won't they use T'Challa? Oh, you can't even use them in animation. Oh, they didn't use him in 97. Oh, why is the kid? He's here. They're using him. It may not be in the continuity that is the MCU's timeline, but he's here and they're using him. So I would give that all of your attention. I would make them say, oh shit, out of everything we've done, why is Marvel Zombies? Is it the zombies? Is it the No, it's not zombies. They're going to get online and see, oh wow, they're talking about Marvel Zombies, but about T'Challa being in Marvel Zombies. Oh, and then all these views, things like that. Again, I don't know that that's going to change anything at all, but you want to get their attention. That's what I would do. I was watching Zombies regardless. It looks good. But for those of you that weren't going to watch Zombies or boycotting Marvel due to the absence of T'Challa, your boy's here. He's here. That's him being used. So I would give that attention. Because they're going to say, oh, well, we put him in there. They didn't even care.
So one way to prove that he's cared about is that when the episode happens and you see the T'Challa scene, you rewind on your Disney Plus and you give that scene a little bit more watch time. And then you watch it some more and give it some more watch time. How do you talk about T'Challa? Simple. So this is the trailer from... Here it is. Here's the trailer. T'Challa's in it.
Marvel Zombie.
And T'Challa was leading as he was punching. What Killmonger's going to do, because this trailer is an hour fresh and realizes just how there's only 300 comments, Killmonger's going to go, so cool to see T'Challa where he belongs and leading the strike. And I'll put, what was the time period at 119 in the trailer? 119 in the trailer. 119. Killmonger is going to click comments. That would be really helpful if this is the top comment, like if it has the most likes. So the benefit of what we're doing right now, all of us are on this live stream right now. I'm going to put that video there. You're going to go to the comment section of this video right here, where Killmonger just wrote that comment, and you're going to go newest first, and you'll see it right there from 21 seconds ago. And you all watching, just open another tab, go here, and click like so it becomes the top comment. That's called influence. And because it's the top comment, it'll be seen. So this is the prior top comment, which we're all going to destroy right now because we're all participating in this challenge Killmonger just gave you. It says Marvel Zombies is taking a reference to their comic counterparts who retain their ability to think and speak, but driven by the hunger. And people are liking that. Yeah, it's a great comment, you know. And that's why it's the top comment. If you want people to think about T'Challa, write a comment of your own, but also like this comment. That's how influence works. I'm sorry to talk to you in a slow manner like you're an idiot or you didn't, but that is the significance of top comments. When Zombies comes out on September 24th, like Darius is saying, do that. Do that again with, like, when discussing film tweets, that trailer. Do that all over the place. Was that insulting just now? Was I talking down to the audience, or do you think, like, that was fair for me to say it that way?
No, I didn't feel that, but I'm also not the audience.
I'm just tired of, like, complain. All right, here's a call to action. You can actually do something about it today. Like, I'll tell you something like, Recast T'Challa Trending Day is on the 24th. At 12 o'clock noon, we should all have tweets that say the hashtag Recast T'Challa, and we can schedule our posts now for the noon hour. Let's all do it, you know? And then, you know, you have 100 people watching, but only 3 people decided to do it. Like, it is frustrating, but, you know, the 3 people who end up doing it, respect.
Well, that's why I said what I said. That's why I said, you know, everybody, we all complain about the absence of T'Challa. He's here, regardless of what form it's in, because we complained when he wasn't in 97. So you can't say, well, I'm not watching this. I'm not talking about animation. Well, then were you a hypocrite during 97 then? Were you just joining Twitter and joining the conversation just to be heard, for clicks? Just because I'm not doing this for clicks. I'm not doing this for attention. I'm not doing this for likes. I'm not doing this to go viral or popularity or any of that. I'm doing this because I love this character, and this character deserves to be on screen. I'm doing this because this character, like Spider-Man, like Iron Man, like Captain America, like Hulk, like the rest of them, like he deserves to be a household name. He deserves to have fans. He deserves to be in the action figure waves. He deserves to be in the conversation. He deserves to be on screen. So I'm not doing this for clicks. I'm not doing this for likes. And if you're doing this for clicks and likes, and then you were never genuine from the beginning. So that's why I'm saying, if you were complaining about him not being a 97, if you're complaining about the kid, if you're complaining about all the other things, the absence of T'Challa, he's literally here on the 24th. He's right there. So give that your attention. If not, let it go. Let it go. Because that if I'm Marvel Studios and I'm like, oh, well, he's actually in there. They're screaming recast T'Challa. And I go and view it. I look at the views. And well, they didn't even watch the shit. They didn't even watch him. And he's here. So I'm telling you, and you might think, oh, well, that's not what we're talking about. I'm talking about I want to see him in full form. Baby steps. And the reason listen, you all know my position on recast. You know what I think. I'm not going to rain on everybody's parade and go into that, but you know what I think. So if I'm telling you, hey, this might work, this could be something, because I don't have hope for that y'all have. So but this could work. This could work.
So let's do a trailer reaction to this 1 minute 26-second trailer. Let me restart it. Actually, I'm gonna refresh the page. I'm gonna go to my tweets, my new comments that I posted 4 minutes ago, and it does not have anyone liking it. So unless they shadow ban my comment, no one has liked my comment, and I put the link in this chat. So you feel me? If it sounds like I was talking down to the audience, or I was saying, you guys, it's time to actually do something about it. This is how you can do it, and I had to baby you through that. If 4 minutes later none of you actually came to hit like on this comment, then like you can see where the frustration may be coming from. But there it is. Let's press play and watch this trailer.
Finally, the battle they will sing about for ages. This is not the night we fought!
Damn.
Marvel Zombies, rated TV MA, streaming September 24th, only on Disney Plus.
You should have gone for the head.
No.
I thought he was gonna say you should have gone for the head. Another good looking trailer, and like to hear the music go dun 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 dun, and we can hear Blade swiping, like well cut trailer.
Yeah, this looks great. This looks great. I'm shocked. I mean, it looked good. The very first trailer. This trailer was good as well. 4 episodes. I'm watching Marvel Zombies. Like I said, I like the What If episode, so I'm watching Marvel Zombies. They've got my attention on that one. Good trailer. When is that? Not next week. Is that next week? The week after. It's the week
September
after.
24. Yeah, 2 more weeks.
Wednesday after next. Yeah. Doesn't look bad. They are not that related. They are saying that the alleged shooter. There's all types of shit. They're saying he's a supremacist, Columbine supporter, all the things that that they were. It's funny. Regardless, like I said, I don't know if that's the real shooter or not, but that's what they've plastered out there. They've plastered that he is from their side. So it's pretty funny. What say you now, maggots? It's pretty funny. And fast too. They're already talking about. I guess he's already. They've already. I don't know. Is there no due process in the country anymore? They're already talking about how the death penalty has been received. So, and you caught him this morning. Death penalty received already. No due process, huh? All right.
It's almost like he's a fake. Like they want to shut him up real quickly. Dead men tell no tales. So
they're trying to throw the whole, with all the new pictures, of course, they now that the family is hard MAGA and all this kind of stuff, and they always, they're pulling up mom's Facebook, dad's Facebook. They've gone to gun conventions. They've got pictures of him little. And I've said too, when we were looking at the stuff earlier, I was like, none of this stuff means really anything. All these pictures, dates, times could be doctored. None of this stuff means anything. Like this could be photoshopped of this kid when he was, saying, oh, well, this was him when he was little holding guns. Because that's their thing. They're trying to say, well, he grew up around guns. That's how he was able to shoot from 175 to 200 yards away. So good of a shot that they're saying he grew up with guns. He's always been shooting guns. However, maybe true, maybe not, whatever. I was watching some TikTok videos. Yes. Watching some TikTok videos, and on those TikTok videos, there were people that were, in the military or trained with high, I don't know how the verbiage around it, high level guns, I guess, weaponry like that. And they were saying, no, ain't no civilian done that. They was like, there's no way. They're saying from 200, you have to be a trained fucking assassin to do that. There are so many other things. I'm not a professional. I'm just going on what they were saying. There are so many other things that go into play with shooting 175 to 200 yards away and hitting that precise. So I'm like, yeah. It's all fake. It's all Fugazi. It's all fake.
that's right, Fall Guy. It's just as real as Marvel.
Yeah, it's all fake.
I like this. I like seeing all the heroes assemble, even if it is just like a quick little thing. But they turn their heads, and we can see the T'Challa. I think that's T'Challa back there. Maybe it's Blade. I don't know.
No, that's Blade. I don't see Spider-Man, T'Challa, or Headless Man here.
Was Storm in this trailer? I saw someone with a mohawk haircut.
No Storm.
It wasn't Storm?
No
okay.
X-Men.
No, okay. Still though, the swords work.
Why no?
The camera work. Here it is.
Finally.
Yeah,
the battle they will sing.
That woman there.
Oh, that's Carol.
The battle.
This is actually a terrible trailer when it comes to pausing because it keeps going to black. Her? That's not Storm?
That is Carol Danvers.
Battle they will sing about.
Okay, it was Carol Danvers.
Yeah, nah. No Storm. No X-Men.
Just zombies.
Just the zombies.
That was amazing. That part there. Blade has it all together versus the Ghost character. Sick.
So if he's Moon Knight, is Khonshu on his shoulder constantly?
Yes.
So we should see Khonshu.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be checking it out.
Final story here that I have is something that I don't even like fully have prepared. I just know that the avatarist is like the guy I go to because he'll post a video once every 2 weeks and it'll be like, oh shit, something actually happened with Avatar. So The Avatars, this is channel. I'm just gonna sit here and watch his 5 hours ago video.
Airbender creators reveal why they might just retcon it for new projects. Surely the community is having a calm, measured discussion about this, not overreacting or jumping to any wild conclusions. Oh. Everyone is freaking out because apparently the creators of Avatar The Last Airbender have just confirmed that they will be retconning past Avatar lore for their future projects.
How many freaking avatars are there? That's crazy. Do you believe them that they'll retcon old Avatar stuff? They don't need to retcon anything old, do you?
I don't think they need to, but then again, I'm also not sure what they're doing.
The main retcon would be Aang, right? Don't retcon a damn thing because I spent 3 seasons of him. So if you retcon anything from his lineage, I'll be mad. But if you take a novel from Roku, I don't care. I forgot his name just a second ago. Roku. Like, you can retcon him.
No, you can't retcon Roku. The fuck? Roku is so damn
comic
cool.
Book from 2010. Like, I don't care.
No, not that. But don't retcon anything we've seen in the show of Roku.
Sure, fine. If it's on the show, it's canon. Don't play with that.
Yeah.
Who's the water guy? Kurik, is that his name?
That's not him, is it?
I don't know.
That's not him, I don't believe.
Her name was like Yang Chen, I think. Yang Chen. The airbender right before Avatar Aang. And I don't know anyone else's name after that. I just kind of know these. But he had his woman get her face stolen, didn't he?
Who?
This guy had his woman get her face stolen by that spirit who steals faces. This waterbender Avatar here on the right.
From Ko.
Yeah, Ko the face stealer. Yeah.
The face stealing god.
Okay, anyways, let's keep listening to the boy Avatarist. Great channel. Highly recommend.
Projects, or did they? And what makes this even crazier is that later on in the same exact podcast, they said something else about the past avatars that also made some people upset, but I actually found that part of the podcast to be kind of funny and not that big of a deal, and we'll get to that later on in the video. But first, let's start off with these retcons. One thing I've noticed with the Avatar fandom is whether it's Netflix's Avatar, the upcoming Aang movie, Seven Havens, or literally anything Avatar related at all, every so often an article quoting an old interview or even a current interview with the creators or someone close to production gets released. People read the headline, skim a sentence or two, and instantly start to panic. Most of the time, the outrage is completely blown out of proportion. Other times, however, I can at least understand why people might be upset. And sometimes I'm mad with them. This all comes from a CBR article. I'll leave a link down in the description down below if you want to read it for yourself. But essentially, they're quoting from the Avatar Braving the Elements podcast. At the start of every season, Mike and Brian usually appear, answer a few questions. Maybe in the lead up to it, they'll tease some news, and then that never comes out for some reason. But this time was a little bit different. They appeared mid-season to talk about The Legend of Korra, specifically season 2, episode 7, which was called The Beginnings. But also, they revealed some pretty interesting things. One, the headline of this video and the headline of this article, that's one of them. But two, this one is for people who watch this channel, at least on a semi-regular basis. If you saw my last video covering a potential water avatar series that's currently in development and casting voice actors.
We covered that here on this channel about the water avatar and who that's going to be. They're looking for voice acting. We went through everything. So see that stream from like 3 weeks ago, maybe?
As we speak. Well, this podcast kind of hinted at that series. So Jeanette Varney starts discussing the civil war between the northern and southern water tribes. And she starts talking about how fascinating it is that there's 2 separate water tribes. And then Brian cuts her off and jumps in and says this.
Two but one.
Two but one. It's very cool.
There's we're we might be diving deeper into that now and stuff we're working on.
Okay. Interesting. And yet we won't talk about it.
If you've kept up with my channel and you watched my last video about the casting call for a potential water avatar series, well, this kind of confirms that. He's saying he's working.
It's not confirmation, chill.
on a water avatar series. This was filmed a few months back, and now they're casting for a water avatar series. So many people left comments on that video saying it can't possibly be a water avatar series because the cycle goes water, earth, fire, air. Javi's earth, so the next one has to be fire. But guys, please just think for one moment. They can always go back and tell stories about past avatars.
Yeah.
They don't need to go into the future, or they don't need to go directly in order. It's similar to how the Yang-chan books are actually newer than the Kyoshi ones, even though Kyoshi comes after Yang-chan and the cycle. They didn't go in order there. They don't have to go in order now. Anyway, we should probably circle back to the actual focus of this video, which is the retcons revealed in the podcast that was then later reported on in the CBR article. You know, the funny thing is, I actually watched this podcast the moment it went live and never once thought of this as a big deal. And there was something else they said in the podcast that I thought was going to be the thing to draw the headlines if anything at all came from this, even though I personally didn't find that a big deal, and we'll get to that. Avatar The Last Airbender creators reveal why they might just retcon it for new projects. Konietzko went on to explain the reason the situation is such a creative nightmare, noting that these are characters we might be stuck with. Konietzko continued, character designer Christy Sang had to crank out 20 of these in a week. Nothing against Christy. She's an amazing designer. You know, designing Aang, designing Korra, these are things that took weeks and months, you know, refining the design. While the potential issues presented by having so many past avatars already vaguely defined are apparent, Konietzko did offer that should any of these characters not fit into their future entries in the franchise, the creators would likely, quote unquote, just retcon it. When people read the headline, glance at the image attached,
they would just retcon it.
Skim the article, and don't actually finish reading it, they don't get all of the context that the podcast provided, and they immediately assume the creators are saying they're going to retcon all of the past avatars, which is just not going to happen. Kyoshi, Roku, Yang-chan, Crook, their lore has already been told in the original series and expanded on in both the comics and the novels. Basically, all of the avatars we know a solid amount about are perfectly safe. The avatar where I could see things getting a little bit tricky and retcons happening are the avatars we don't know that much about, like Avatar Gunn or Avatar Sito, who is surprisingly going to be appearing in the next Avatar book, which I am personally so excited for. Lighted Up, Avatar Legends Bending Academy is a chapter book featuring all new characters going through a tournament arc set in the Avatar Sito era. And they teased at Comic-Con that the man with honestly one of the most underrated feats in all of Avatar, Mr. Exploding 4 Volcanoes himself, will be making an appearance.
Bro, I thought nothing of this since that episode. But yes, I guess that's actually kind of cool. So this is firebending, but lava bending is an earthbending style. So what's going on here? I got them. Lauren says that Juan was fire.
He was.
He was everything. He was fire first, yeah. And he learned the water style right after that. And he learned... no, it was earth style right after that, actually. That's not true. Let me start that over again. He started with fire, then he went to air. That's why the cycle goes from a firebender like Roku to an airbender like Aang. Final answer. But back to this guy. What's his name? Saito? Yeah, that's lava bending, bro. That's not firebending.
Avatar, Mr. Exploding 4 Volcanoes himself will be making an appearance. So I guess we'll see soon enough if this is as dramatic as people think. Originally, when I watched this podcast, I didn't really interpret it the way the article did or all of the fans leaving these comments did. And that's because they gave examples about retcons that already happened that no one even knows about. They even made a joke like, hey, maybe the Air Nomad monks in episode 3, maybe they just got the statues out of order. As we see right here, this isn't Kyoshi before Roku, but later on in the episode, Kyoshi clearly appears, so she definitely existed, just not in the order the monks placed them. And they even mention at the end of book 1 there's another shot of all of the avatars, and that's been the version they've been using going forward. So watching the podcast and knowing the context behind all of this, my mind instantly went to examples like that. So tiny details, super small inconsistencies, stuff like that. So when I woke up today and saw this post with almost 3,000 upvotes and a bunch of angry comments, I was genuinely just just a little confused. To put this in perspective, this already has nearly half as many upvotes as the Avatar 7 Haven's first look. And that's not even after a full day of this post being live. If you're someone who cares about the past avatars that don't even have that much established lore, the avatars shown in the Legend of Korra art books are not only set in stone literally right there in universe and I guess on this page, but probably set in stone metaphorically as well. At least, you know, those 20 avatar designs are probably final. Even I couldn't tell you if they have any lore. I don't know who this is. Like, who is that? Earlier on in the video, I mentioned something else that was worrying some fans. Something I personally thought would make big headlines if anything at all was going to come from this podcast.
Yo, you really didn't like this show just because of the couple changes with Zuko fighting his dad? Like, this was an awesome show. Look at this. Game of Thrones dragons, Avatar Appa.
Podcast, even though I personally didn't think it was a big deal. Well, here is the clip.
I would say there are more known than I know. Because,
Okay.
I see their names pop up in the comics and
Yeah,
stuff.
I mean, now we have, you know, with those novels and stuff, you know, sometimes writers will reference Avatar
Yeah,
so and so.
yeah.
I'm like, I don't know who that is, but okay, I guess that could be a character someday.
God, that's so interesting to be world building like that and know, because it's not just any person, it's you.
So both Mike and Brian, the creators of Avatar, have admitted they don't know some of the avatars being referenced in the current media being produced, which I find that kind of insane, but not necessarily worrisome at all. And
Nope. Because as Star Wars fans, we've been there. I'm sorry. When I see a Star Wars character from a comic book, oh, this is Dr. Aphra. Oh, this is Black Chrysanthemum. This is so important. And then when I think about Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, I know they don't know a single character that Charles Soule is creating in that comic book. Star Wars has prepared me for this. The creators, Brian and Mike, that you just saw there on that podcast, the George Lucases of the franchise, they have no idea about what you call this Twi'lek from this made-up planet that didn't exist because it wasn't in Clone Wars and they just put it in a comic book. That makes sense to me. And so I guess I didn't shrug. Maybe that's alarming to people who think that if I'm buying a novel that says Avatar, that means it's canon. It's not canon, bro. It's like it's canon until the creators do something that goes, actually, no, this isn't the Avatar from 10 avatars ago. We changed our mind. Or, you can be from 4 avatars ago. They don't care about this stuff. They don't run it by them. And that's the problem with having before. Not having a president or a leader of a studio Avatar who can curate every single one of these stories and things like that. That's the problem there. I want to just put that to bed. Like, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. Creators are Brian and Mike. Everyone else who adds a piece to it, fan fiction. Do not go to the stores expecting to read a novel. I'm talking to you now, Darius. Do not expect some of that media that you have purchased to be canon, and how could they go against this? They don't even know it exists.
Who does? Are you saying in the Star? Well, maybe not from the Avatar realm, but
not Star Wars. Avatar. In Avatar, everything you've bought in that's multimedia, like not multimedia, but like external expanded universe stuff of the Avatar world. Brian and Mike didn't write that stuff, and they're just like, oh, yeah, there's more avatars that I even know about because they'll reference something in a comic book.
Yeah. That's why we have a saying in Star Wars: everything's canon until it's not.
I mean, as a person who's bought those things, I thought you'd have more pushback, but you kind of agree, like, yeah, it's not really canon. It's like suggested canon.
No, I have no. I can't push back. I mean, Lucasfilm literally told us none of that's canon. So what's my pushback? What am I gonna tell Lucasfilm? Fuck you. Yeah, it is. I mean, none of it's canon. It's in my head, canon, sure, but Lucasfilm has deemed it uncannonable. So.
Here's why. Now, I would expect the creators to be at least somewhat dialed in on the important aspects of the franchise, like the past avatars, but it's not the biggest issue. Obviously, they have a whole team dedicated to keeping track of the past Avatar lore and making sure there aren't any continuity issues. At the end of every single novel, there's always a section where the author talks about how amazing it was working with Avatar Studios and how the studio guided them so well throughout the entire process. So the creators not knowing every single detail detail isn't the end of the world, because there is someone there who does keep track of everything and make sure there is no continuity issue.
Avatar Studios didn't exist until 4 years ago.
In a recent interview with IGN, they also revealed that there's so much going on at Avatar Studios, and it's expanding in so many different directions, that they are no longer the day-to-day showrunners of the stuff being produced. They go on to say that they've hired amazing directors, talented writers, and a dedicated staff to handle all of that stuff.
Okay, good.
I really debated on if I should even make this video or not, because I don't really cover topics like this. I try to stick to lore videos and news about the upcoming projects. So if you want me to cover more stuff like this, leave a like and comment down below to let me know. Other than that, I will see you guys.
I will leave a like, because people just kind of overreacted, I guess, to that CBR article about the retcon. I watched that interview beginning to end, and it wasn't anything special that Brian and Mike gave us, except for that part that I covered on our stream the other 3 weeks ago. There it is. Thank you for joining us on the stream. We hit on Avatar, we hit on Mario, we hit on the new Fire Emblem video game. We talked about Shuri, the plot leak for the Black Panther, Marvel Zombies. Yeah.
And I don't see anything else new going on. I don't read comics, but I guess Sam's going to be the president in Avengers #3.
Avengers #3? I didn't know they rebooted.
X-Vengers.
Okay.
Sam Wilson will be president of the United States in X-Vengers #3. The issue features the X-Vengers facing off against the Revelation and President Sam Wilson. Sam's president.
So, if you guys are interested into the movies, The Long Walk is in the theaters now. The Demon Slayer is in the movie theaters. We might have some coverage. Are you going to see one of those by the next time we talk?
Probably Long Walk. Yeah, I'll probably go see Long Walk for sure. Yeah, that's probably about the only one. The only one. Don't see anything else.
Blue Beetle was not in Peacemaker this week. Maybe next time.
Yeah. What are the episodes that he said he's holding close to his chest, James?
He said 6, 7, 8. The next 3. The final 3.
He also commented on Battinson's symbol on the set of Clayface. Somebody took a picture of the set of Clayface on the trash can. It was the Battinson symbol. Looks like it could have, I don't know, probably been placed there by somebody. I don't know. But he said, although the trash can is from the set, I have a hard time believing that bat was put there by the art department. But if so, it never came across my desk. I don't have time to okay every piece of set dressing. So is this James lying again? Is this James trying to cover up the fact that, hey, just maybe, Pattinson is bats?
We're really at that point now where who cares what James Gunn says? You're lying.
Paramount has spoken out against filmmakers for Palestine for boycotting Israel in the industry and protest of a Palestine genocide. They stated that they feel it is wrong to silence individual creative artists based on their nationality.
Yeah, that sounds like, Charlie Kirk. It's wrong to shoot someone, or it's wrong to celebrate the death of a conservative. It's not the nationality part. It's not the political ideology of the part. It's the racism and white supremacy of it all. Like, don't hide behind nationalities. It's not a nationality problem. It's that the nation exists on top of Palestine. In 1948, they just decided, oh, we're a country now, and we're here. We're right here. Well, that's taken. Like, you can't just occupy land, and that's what it is. That is the birth of Israel. Did you guys not know that? Maybe you didn't. As you're watching, as you learn, people watching the stream, Israel didn't exist until 1948. There was an ideology of a guy named Theodor Herzl who was like, oh, okay, let's create this thing called Zionism, where a bunch of Jews who were European, who converted to the Judaism, and they were like, "Oh, let's go back home." Home? No, like DNA tests will prove you're actually native to Europe, and DNA tests are illegal in Israel. Did you know that? It's just warped. It's just warped. Continue boycotting, and Paramount is gonna buy Warner Brothers, huh?
So they say.
They're gonna have a talk with James Gunn about that Netanyahu scene. Jahanpur, what? Something's gonna happen to Jahanpur in the sequel.
Yeah, but does Gunn? I don't know. Does Gunn bend the knee and do whatever they're asking him to do? Doubtful. Doubt it. No, that is it. There is literally nothing more that is newsworthy. There's stuff, but there's nothing that's like really newsworthy.
No. Unless we talk about the real world, Charlie Kirk. The revolution in Nepal with all young people going, no, let's burn the whole parliament. Let's make all the ministers retire, and which they all did. And now it's like a cleanup day where all the young people are cleaning up the city and preparing them for like their new future. It's actually kind of inspiring. And there's not a single gun in Nepal that was fired. Oh, from the youth side. Police officers allegedly they killed 30 of the protesters.
Jesus.
But like, yeah, there was a revolution, and it wasn't with weapons. It was like, let's just walk to every one of these politicians' houses and say, you guys are corrupt. The two-party system isn't working. And they booted their monarchy 20 years ago. Anyways, man, I shouldn't pretend to be an expert on this story. It's just inspiring to me to know that Nepal will be cleaned up, and so far so good. Like yes, there was chaos on a couple days ago, but then what they did today, the cleanup day, was inspiring. And yeah, man, you can't just like do shit like that.
I wonder. No, I agree, and I wonder what not. I wonder. They also gave information about the school shooter as well, and it's the same thing. Another white supremacist kid, and what they exactly put here: the 16-year-old boy accused of shooting two classmates at Evergreen High School embraced an anti-Semitic and white supremacist social media content.
I saw like he was a Columbine fanboy.
Yeah, I mean, there's I don't know why they were all up in arms to begin with again, I have what I think about the whole shooter thing, but this is who they plastered as the poster person that has done this. So the world's going to run with that. So with that being said, I don't know why everybody on the right was so up in arms the day it happened, saying, "Oh, well, this is the Democrat." Nancy Mace said the Democrats own this day. They need to own what happened this day. You had just here in good old Oklahoma, you have Ryan Walters, who is the Secretary of Education here, sent out a email to all of the teachers here in Oklahoma, every staff member of Oklahoma's public schools, and said, if you on your private social media or are caught talking anything disrespectful about Charlie Kirk, you will be fired and you will never step foot into another Oklahoma school. They are treating this, you've got Republicans that are proposing that he lie in stasis in the Capitol as if he is the president or as he's some fallen hero or something. He's a YouTuber that spread hate. So it's this. So you had the right that was screaming, "Oh, the left did this." You had Donald Trump that was spreading the rhetoric that he was spreading once he addressed the nation, saying, "Oh, it's the left, the radical left, this and this and that." This is one of your own. You had the white boys in California mobbed up with signs: "White men fight back. White men fight." Who are you fighting back against? Your own?
Really?
But, again, this is why when people try to tell us black and brown people, "Oh, well, you guys are taking what Charlie Kirk said out of context, and you guys are only posting the short form of what he said in those quotes. You're not listening to the longer form of what he said in those. So you're taking that out of context and things like that, blah, blah, blah." Again, you're not going to insult my intelligence and try to tell me I'm taking that out of context because it lines with your ideologies. And that's just how you think. So you believe that I'm now taking that out of context. No, a difference of opinions and bigotry are not the same. So, and it's funny that people are trying to say that, him saying things like Dr. Martin Luther King is this or that, or saying that Black women are this or that, or all the things that he has said. It's not really so much a difference of opinion. That's your bigotry. So all of them screaming the shit that they've been screaming, the stuff that's going on. This is one of your own. And you had the 7 HBCUs that got shut down due to threats, death threats, and things like that. This is stemming from the hate that he. So when you're telling Black and brown people, oh, you took that out of context, did we? Why did 7 HBCUs get shut down due to threats? I'm sure those threats came after he was shot. That all the hate that he spewed toward the Black community, that then fueled and made these Charlie Kirk people and MAGA maggots feel emboldened enough to, hey, let's act on some of those things he said about those N-words and ... And it wasn't us. We ain't got shit to do with this. It's not our fight. That we have shit to do with this. So, this whole, all of this, it's so divided where I mean, everywhere it's divided. Everybody is picked a side. I don't agree with, obviously, the side of bolstering this man as if he is this fallen hero. You got people putting on pictures of him. Well done, thy good and faithful servant. What Bible are you people reading? It cannot be the same Bible that I'm reading. I understand that it's all up for interpretation. Sure. The scriptures that y'all are choosing to scripture wrapped in hate is still hate. It is still hate. I don't know how the hell you wave your hands on Sunday, but Saturday you were just screaming, fuck those kids in Gaza and all this kind of stuff, and you're continuing to perpetuate the genocide that is going on in Gaza. But yet you're gonna raise your hands on Sunday and thank you God. I feel so, it's funny to me. I don't understand these people. I don't get it. I've seen videos of people that went undercover to a Charlie Kirk vigil, and the prayers that they're praying at these things are cult-like. It's interesting. I'm telling you that we're not the same. We're not the same. And again, if you are Black or brown, then we know the story of not being the same. And these Uncle Ruckus coons out here that are tap dancing for massa, falling, crying that Charlie Kirk is gone. I see why Harriet Tubman left some of you niggas behind, because it just doesn't make sense that you are sitting here mourning the death of somebody who literally made our community look like second class citizens, and not just our community, all marginalized communities he went after. So it's just, hey, it's been interesting. It's been interesting. The most interesting thing, though, not that we all don't experience this every single time. I can't speak for everybody, but for myself, every single time that there is something that divides the nation, whether it be race plays a part in everything. So race, for sure, dividing us. It's interesting when you see people that you personally know, people you've grown up with, people that you went to school with. Again, not to say that this is new. Every time something happens that divides us racially, people tend to show their true colors. But this time, it's a little different. It seems different. The colors that people are showing, and I'm talking not the people in the chat, not the people I'm seeing on Twitter, not the people I personally know. The colors that people are showing, it's like this is not who you are. This is who you've always been.
Oh,
if your ideologies and things are agreeing with his, how dare you try to call me a friend? You can't call me a friend if you agree with what he has said. You can't call a trans person a friend if you've agreed with what he said. You can't have an LGBTQ friend if you've agreed with what he has said. Can you really even call yourself a Christian agreeing with what he said? So,
yeah, I heard him talking about food and talking about giving kids food at these schools and feeding them. And he was like, nah, it's not up to the government to feed your kids. And that's why they shouldn't have breakfast programs at schools. And I'm like,
it's all bad.
Really? Like, I don't get that one. I don't like pro-life, pro-choice. You know, I can see, but the kids don't deserve to have food, or we shouldn't feed them, or he's going against that. Like, then what's the point of paying taxes if it's not to feed children? Like, then he said we got an obesity problem here, not a starvation problem. The obesity issue doesn't neglect the starving people that exist, saying that some people are having too much junk food, and yes, it is junk food that's making them obese, not the abundance of food making them obese. But having an obesity crisis in the country doesn't mean you're not having starving kids either. It was so stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's too, and I also I said this yesterday, but I'm not going to keep saying this every time I have something negative to say about Charlie Kirk. I'm not going to start it each time with, oh, but I do feel for it. I've said that once. I'm not going to continue to say that. I feel for his kids. I feel for his family. I'm not preferencing that every time I have something negative to say about him. So with that being said, yes, his children and all that kind of stuff. Everybody keeps saying, well, his children were there. I even said that. Yeah, I said that too. His children were there. His wife was there. Malcolm X's children and wife were there when he was shot. Hell, Emmett Till was pulled out of his damn bed and paraded around so the world could see what was done to him. Dr. King was shot. Fred Hampton shot. Dr. King's mother was shot in church in front of the congregation. His brother drowned. So I'm not comparing traumas. I'm not trying to compare anything, but I'm saying history tends to repeat itself. These things tend to happen. People die every day. Especially die on the principles and things that he stood on. He died on the principles in the world he wanted. He died in the world that he wanted. So, like I said, the conversation, the things that people are saying, like the God bless him, which is fine and stuff like that, but just the well done, thy good and faithful servant, and all this comparing. You had, who was it, Ted Cruz, I think, or it was either Ted Cruz or I think it was Ted Cruz that compared his assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King and JFK. What are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? You're comparing. So it's funny too that you want to compare his death to MLK when he himself said that MLK shouldn't even have a day. MLK wasn't even an important person. There were more important people like Ben Carson that deserve a day over MLK, but you motherfuckers want to compare him to MLK. Oh God. Woo, man! I tell you what, the climate has been
interesting because not everyone I follow on Twitter is that way, but some people are retweeting some of the old stuff he says, and I go, yeah, that was Charlie Kirk. That was Charlie Kirk. Swipe. He said that too. And then there's like a part of my Twitter feed which is somebody died. Oh.
Yeah. It's just picking and choosing, saying that the left needs to stop the hate and all this kind of stuff. That starts at the top. I want to remind you, at 6 a.m. one morning, President Trump, before pissing, before coughing, before kissing Melania, before thanking God for waking him up, he rolled over, grabbed his phone, and canceled Kamala's security before starting her book tour in a already heightened political violent world right now. He did that purposefully.
Yeah.
Come on, like... So it starts at the top. You got to stop him from acting the way that he acts. But that's never going to stop. So we are just and it's all a distraction. This is all one big distraction. It's all one big distraction. Distraction from the Epstein files, distraction from Israel, distraction from Russia. It's all one big distraction to keep us arguing about...
The Americans and the Israelis and Hamas, they were having this negotiation. There was a ceasefire agreement. Israeli hostages will be returned. Palestinian hostages will come back also. There will be a ceasefire permanently. No more fighting anymore. And the terms were there. So the day that all of Hamas's leadership were going to show up at a building and talk it out, they bombed the negotiators. Israel bombed the negotiators so that there can't be a ceasefire deal because there's no goals of making a ceasefire deal. And then we learned that Charlie Kirk was assassinated the next day. And no one's really talking about how the agreements, it's so frustrating. They did the same with Iran. Remember when Iran and the United States had these nuclear peace deals and they were going to, then Israel bombs the nuclear head scientist guy, the main negotiator guy, of Iran. So there was no deal between Iran and the United States with their nuclear. Like Israel's just, and who's to say if Israel isn't behind this assassination too? But Israel's just been on one. And I saw videos of Charlie Kirk a couple days ago. He was talking to Ben Shapiro, and he was like, "Israel this, Israel that. We got to ask questions. They control the media." And I'm like, "Wow!" 2 days before he dies, it's almost like he was going to influence some of those younger right wing people from America First. Why are we donating so much money to them and giving our weapons to them? And it feels like it could be possibly that he was eliminated on their behalf.
Oh yeah, I mean, and Trump was in on it. I mean, you have the video from Trump today where he was asked by the reporter. They said to him, "My condolences on the and this is a video, you can look it up. Everything this man does is
He's walking to a helicopter.
Yeah, "My condolences on the loss of your friend Charlie Kirk. How are you holding up?" Reporter, he says, "I think we're good. Oh, and by the way, you see all the trucks? They just started construction on the new ballroom for the White House," where he then goes to Babylon about how the ballroom of the White House is going to be grand, the greatest thing we've ever seen, blah, 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 blah. Only thing he had to say about Kirk was, "I think we're very good." And again, you coons out there tap dancing, y'all are funny. You tap dancers are funny, and you're funny because you're loathed by this administration. You are loathed by MAGA. They don't care about you. And it's funny that you want to assimilate so bad that you are willing to turn on your own race and accept the things that Charlie Kirk said about you, and you even joining in, or you guys are taking it out of context. They don't give a good damn about you. They don't care about you. Y'all are funny out there trying to still defend this, trying to still hold on to this hope that you guys can be assimilated with the white folks. 400 plus years and you still trying to assimilate.
You're still holding on.
Oh.
I'm one of the good ones.
With the two people saying, which I said too, nobody deserves to die over their opinion, but at the same time, nobody deserves to die over their skin color. Nobody deserves to die because they're gay. Nobody deserves to die because they go to school. Children. I mean, all these things. Yeah, none of these people deserve to die either. So again, I'm not doing a tit for tat thing. I'm just saying the Republican Party does not want to address what happened to Melissa Hortman and her husband, what happened to Nancy Pelosi's husband when they tried to kill him and her, and not only that, the 45 other names that were on that list. We don't talk about that. They don't talk about that. When they asked Nancy Mace about, okay, so if Democrats own this state, then the Republicans own what happened to Hortman? Or how dare you ask me that? How dare you ask me? This is about Charlie Kirk today. My friend died.
Yeah.
Someone's mother died. Someone's daughter died. Someone's sister, niece, aunt. And 45 other names were on that fucking list. Okay. So we're just okay. So we are divided, and it's gonna be like that. You got all these rough fucking I fuck my cousin motherfuckers posting all these TikToks talking about, oh, you want a war? It's on now. Where it's war now. And these are the same Confederate flag waving motherfuckers that we know what they mean when they say make America great again. I don't know. Are we on the brink of a civil war? I don't know. I know it's crazy times.
This showed up on my feed, and we should end on it. MCU Film News tells us that their Marvel Studios 2025 performance stats. Films released are Brave New World, Thunderbolts, and Fantastic Four. And the averages across releases, domestic performance minus 24%, global performance minus 44%. Budget improvements was plus 28%. That's bad. That's like not the way it's supposed to go. And just a reminder that we're doing poorly. I didn't read this fully until I clicked on it just now. My reaction would be that Marvel is in a terrible place. But they have Avengers and they have Spider-Man, and they've got things that are going to help. They've got DC making DC movies, which should also increase enthusiasm for the superhero franchises. So kind of Marvel should be having a bounce back year. That global performance, though, that they're down by 44%. Domestically, it's only minus 24. Globally, 44. Something is happening. Tariffs, Donald Trump, but something is happening to where the foreign nations aren't showing up for these huge movies. Maybe they'll show up for Demon Slayer, though. They showed up for F1 for whatever reason. I don't get it. I don't know why, but Brad Pitt and Damson Idris were superly overly performing internationally. So something's going on. Superman had a bad global performance also. Mike says it's smoke and mirrors to distract from the files. Yeah. That was a quote from him.
With the files. With the files. Let's just say that something that, what yeah, it's a distraction from the files, but nothing's gonna come of that though. Like nothing is gonna come of that. Even nothing's gonna come of that. Man, he's gonna get so away scot-free with that shit. It doesn't matter. Like I wanted, like as bad as I want them released and all that kind of stuff. At the end of the day, I'm like, but then what? They're released, but then what? We all keep saying what we've been saying. Oh, he's a pedophile. He's a monster. You're supporting a monster. That makes you a monster. You guys are supporting a pedophile. You're a pedophile. So all we're going to continue to do, I feel, is point fingers at them and say you're a pedophile. That's it. That's it. Because who's taking him out of office? Who's doing all these things?
Would the Senate and Congress impeach him? And if they do, who's in charge? JD Vance?
Yeah, then we're JD Vance, and JD Vance is you're still with the same party, the same people, the same ideologies. Everything.
The key is to educate people on the political process and making sure that there's candidates who represent us.
I've never. My first time voting was Obama, his second term. The election I was the most involved with my young adult life was 2009, Obama's first election.
He walked up and said, "Yes, we can." You said you wanted to ride his nuts because you thought he was the man.
Obama was the man in 2009.
Don't say that.
Obama was the man. It was, so I've been involved with politics. I've always been outspoken. I all these things. It's just, what do we, this one's different. God, this one I actually feel like the weight of it, how it physically affects me day to day, how it, all of these things, my day-to-day life and all that kind of stuff. It just, and it's for 4 years. And it's not just for 4 years, it's even after the 4 years, because whoever comes in here and cleans up whatever, you're going to spend your 4 years cleaning up his 4 years, reverting everything the way you want it to be and all that kind of, like, it's exhausting. It's like, cause even if they, even if something happened to Trump, whether that be natural or otherwise, in comes Vance. In comes Vance. Who's after the vice president? Is it the
Nancy Pelosi? No, Mike Johnson, Speaker of the House.
Oh Lord. It doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. What does Hydra say? Cut off one head, 2 more will come? Jesus, it doesn't stop.
Well, you got to make sure that there are politicians who represent you. So the midterms are coming up. Make sure that you vote for somebody who represents you. And they're not coming up now, I think. They're November of next year. Sorry. Who's your representative of Congress over in Oklahoma? How many districts do you guys have?
Our Oklahoma representatives aren't shit. Oklahoma is a very, 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 very red state.
Even the city is red?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Our mayor is not. Our mayor is, but obviously our governor is. Our Mayor Holt is not. He is with us. But Stitt is diehard fucking on my knees for Trump.
Says Kevin Hearn, Josh Breachin, Frank Lucas, Tom Cole, and Stephanie Bice. Those are your 5 representatives in the Congress. So just think about your little district. You're in the city, right? I don't know if you live in Norman, OKC, wherever you happen to be at during the election. Look at who's running on the blue side, and look at who's actually progressive. Ask them what they think of Israel, and ask them what they think of abortion.
We did this the last time, though. It doesn't matter. We can do that in Oklahoma. It's fine. Oklahoma has never won. The Democratic Party doesn't win in Oklahoma. It doesn't. I don't, say the funny things you want to say about Oklahoma. A lot of that shit is kind of true.
That's not a reason not to try, though.
Oh no, we try. That's fine. We try every time it comes around.
Well, maybe the politicians who are on the blue side are corrupt, and they're not going to change, and they're not speaking to the working class issues. And maybe you'll find someone who is union first. You'll find someone who is.
He said it perfect. Conservative Bible Belt. We are in the
Sure,
center.
I understand that. I just don't want to have that defeatist mentality. I'm saying that when you do your vote, which will most likely won't really do the victory, when you're doing your vote, at least know that you're voting for someone who is working class and not just like the Democratic push the company line, won't actually vote against the the problematic things. Like guys will stand on things. The Cori Bushes, the Jamal Bowmans, Rashida Tlaib's. Like there's actually Democrats in here who have backbones.
From Oklahoma?
We'll meet him or her during the midterms. Somebody right now is grassroots and isn't corporately funded on the Democratic side in Oklahoma. You have somebody.
You're funny. And I say that as a Oklahoma resident at 32 years. You're funny. Yeah. Like I said, Ryan Walters sent an email to the Oklahoma employees of public schools and said, if you ain't sucking Charlie Kirk's dick, you're going to get fired. So I'm telling you, Oklahoma is backwards. Just in Ada, the chief of police, and I believe their whoever their mayor is or whatever, were all recorded saying how they wish they could still hang niggas. Oklahoma's backwards, my friend. Like the city, sure, you got the city, you got Tulsa, you got niggas here. They're niggas. Like Tulsa's always on first 48. You go up to Tulsa, banging niggas. Go to the east side over here where I live in the city, banging niggas. That don't mean shit. This is a red state through and through. The commercials here are you sick of? Wait, what was that commercial that they played? What was that commercial? Fuck. What'd they say? It was some country ass backwoods shit where they were like, "You're sick of it? Well, Donald Trump will fix it." Just like
Where's Oklahoma City this year?
Oh gosh.
Is this district being gerrymandered? Like is Oklahoma City all in red and like this portion here is not Oklahoma City?
I can't really see that. Can you zoom in?
You can't see it. Can I zoom in?
Potawatomi County. So
I can't really hear you very much. Speak into the mic.
Right there where it says Cleveland County, that would be Norman. Above Norman is Oklahoma County, which is going to be Oklahoma City, Midwest City, Del City, Yukon. Well, no, Yukon's Canadian County and all that stuff over there. Potawatomi, all that.
So this right here is Norman, and this portion that my mouse is over right now is not Oklahoma City.
No.
But this part is Oklahoma City.
That is.
So then why does Oklahoma City, the district that covers Oklahoma City, why does it like bend here 90 degrees to cover some of this territory?
I have no fucking clue.
That's my question.
Very weird.
So my question is it gerrymandering? If it was just this portion, it would be a blue vote, but they get enough of these rural guys, so there's enough red votes that district number 5 never goes to the Democrats. It goes to the Republicans.
I'll tell you what, surprisingly, Cleveland County was blue. Surprisingly. Norman was blue, and I was so shocked by Norman being fucking blue.
So do you understand how this looks even weirder now that when we say that this was blue? So then this part should have been included as District 5, and it would have been a nice square, which would have made a whole lot of sense. But they gerrymandered it so that the Democrats never do win. They have enough of that rural, what do you call them? Suburbans, I guess. I'm trying to be polite. I think that's what it would be called. But the guys who are going to vote red are being mixed in with Norman. Norman is so fucking far away from wherever this is, Love, Carter, Jefferson. You feel me? So it's intentional. This is called gerrymandering the districts.
Right. So with all that, that's not going to change anything.
Yeah, the districts will still be rigged in that way. And Tulsa is over here. Tulsa, at least they get their own little district. I think that makes sense, doesn't it?
Because Tulsa's its own fucking place. Tulsa's crazy. You stay out of Tulsa.
Redlining. I think redlining is different than drawing up lines congressional districts. There was a politician named Jerry something, and he was in Massachusetts, and he was like redistricting lines. John C says chill redlining. From my knowledge, redlining is like, yo, this is where we're allowed to have the schools are going to be fucking, the property taxes of these schools will fund this school, but not these schools. And these neighborhoods are where black folks can live and can't live. Redlining is for buying property.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ron.
Redlining was just to separate, basically the lower income housing properties. Like this is this poor school districts, the poor, obviously the lower income housing, all this kind of stuff. The poor sides of town. So like on that map right there that you pulled up, I don't know if you can zoom in on the Oklahoma County part up there. Keep going, pink in. Like right, let me see. Right where it says Oklahoma, kind of under the 5. Oh no, that's going to be Kickapoo Shawnee. So let's kind of right by the A there. We're on the east side, Oklahoma City over here. East side city, you're going to get Midwest City, Dell City. That is the predominantly black side. Now, when you go more northwest, you get the Little Mexico. Little Mexico up to the top north. That's where all them white folks, rich white folks, and the Thunder Players live.
Yeah.
So you get your redlining, I would assume, from those poor housing income places like Midwest City, Dell City, Oklahoma City, the east side Oklahoma City.
There's 5 districts. There's only, I guess, 2 that is going to be competitive with, I think, the one that covers Tulsa, and then that District 5 one that covers Oklahoma City. I think that's where most of the work can be done.
But you know what's funny? We had a Republican governor before Stitt, Mary Fallon, and I think she was governor for twice. I don't know how long you can be governor. So I don't know if it was just her 2 terms and she was done or whatever. But they elected that bitch twice. And when I tell you she was terrible, she's worse than Stitt. Stitt's awful, but she's worse than Stitt. And we still elected Stitt. And they're going to elect another Stitt. I wouldn't be surprised if Walters gets elected. So like we can kumbaya, we can coordinate, we can get together. Yeah, like I said, I'm not saying it's not possible because Norman being blue for Kamala list, I was so shocked. I was like, holy shit, she won Norman.
She won Norman, but the entire district didn't go for number 5 though. District number 5, this Republican won by +9. That's the most competitive one because this was +17 and +23 here. This guy won +28. This politician won by +11, right? That was Tulsa, but the Norman was District 4. Norman +17. So I don't think there's any work to be done. Or I mean, never give up, but do work over here. Talk to your friends in OKC about this new progressive guy who's running in the midterm, and maybe you can get Stephanie Bice out of her office. It's a little Republican. That's your mission. That's your political mission from Canada.
Oklahoma. OKLA. Yeah, we're doing fine. We're doing fine, Oklahoma.
Dwayne says redlining is basically making sure certain people aren't kept out of certain areas. Okay. Well, whether we call it redlining or gerrymandering, I think the message is the same. I hope we all do understand what we're talking about here, and how those lines are basically to split the Democratic votes apart, so that District 5 or the center of Oklahoma will never have a blue representative. That is shitty.
Yay. Yay. Yeah, the Democrats need to have somebody that they even going to put forth for the next election to run for president. They don't even have anyone. They have no one at the moment. I saw people saying Gavin Newsom. I'd vote Gavin. I'd vote for Gavin. I like Gavin. I mean, I can't speak to the things he's done as governor to California because I'm not in California, but when he speaks publicly, I can say I do. When his things go public and he's more so, I don't know, not just talking to the citizens of California, but talking to the nation about Trump. I've liked the things that he has said. Now, do I more so just like the things that he said right now because he's going against Trump? Because I've even heard the citizens of California say, we hate him, but he's on our side right now and he's doing the Lord's work at Trump, so we support him. So I don't know. Is it like is Gavin like, oh, we don't want Gavin? I like the things he's saying to Trump, though.
But the two-party system, they're two wings of the same bird, so they go at each other and it look like they're fighting, but a Democrat, an established Democrat, is just like an establishment Republican. In California, they have Apple and they have all those big tech companies, and is he providing restrictions? Is he doing things looking out for the little man? Is he making it where, the iPhone can connect on Bluetooth with something else that isn't an AirPod? Like, is he making them change the charger port to USB Type-C? No, I think the Europeans did that. Like, what has he done to make our lives better? Does he bend over to the rich corporates? So that's what I would think about directly from Gavin Newsom. Of course, Israel, what's his opinion there, also is important. So maybe he's like the best face right now, but I'd rather have somebody else.
Jon Stewart as well. I've seen people throw Jon Stewart's name in.
Jon Stewart would be
now without question, I'd vote Jon. I've seen Jon's position on Israel. I've seen his position on Trump. I've seen his position on healthcare. I've seen
weapons.
On weapons.
Survivors of 9/11.
I support Jon. I like that man a lot. I mean, I liked him before Trevor Noah came. I miss Trevor Noah like hell, man. I miss Trevor Noah. Trevor Noah ran the Daily Show. Fantastic. But Jon's great. Jon's great.
No one's going to be perfect.
I wonder if Trevor would ever, not running for president or anything, but running for some type of office in the Democratic, because I think Trevor Noah has a very good head on his head, a very good head on his shoulders. I think that his viewpoints on some of the issues that I'm concerned with are aligned with mine. I like him. I like him a lot.
He can speak to apartheid and everything. But I could also, how about these celebrities you rally around a true candidate? What if Mark Ruffalo and Trevor Noah go to New York City and go, who'd be really good? This guy here. Vote for him in the Democratic primary. So you can make sure that this becomes your representative and not, Richie Torres or what's the guy name? Hakeem Jeffries, that guy.
Ugh. What do you think about Jasmine Crockett? They asked her on the Breakfast Club the other day if she would.
I didn't see that interview yet.
Vice president, and she said yes.
Okay.
She said she'd do it if asked.
She's not. Sorry, I had to cough there. She's not perfect, but
yeah,
I don't know. Give her some more years. Let me get used to her. Let me kind of understand, because she does do some antics. So but. She's fine.
I like her. I didn't agree with the whole when she did the Not Like Us Kendrick thing, but when she's in those chambers with them, all day I want. If you were putting together your top 5, who do you want battling, arguing for you? Crockett's on my fucking list. She is on my list. She knows her shit. She is unapologetically black, a strong black educated woman. She does not yield to these white women or men. I love her. Love her. So yeah, if she was on my choose your warrior, Crockett. It'd be Crockett. I like her.
I'm gonna check out her interview right now.
Yeah, check that out.
Appreciate you all for being here. I see you, Rhea. I'll read your message in a minute. I was talking to Rhea about the video game character that we saw in Fire Emblem that we talked on stream about, and just like the hair texture and everything. It feels like they've made developments in that aspect of character designs, so that'll be interesting to talk to her about. If you can't mail in your ballots, you can't cast your vote. Sure. Jasmine should be speaker for the Dems. Chill, you know Rhea? I know who she is, yeah. I've never met her, but we know who each other are. Do you know Rhea?
No. I don't think so.
Yeah, she's like a content creator. She's a person first.
Chat before.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm done streaming for today.
I am not doing anything else.
Long Walk. Check out Long Walk.
Yeah. Well, I'm about to go get my money. That's what I'm about to do. You know, I told you about my money being played with. About to go get that. I will. Well, I'll share it with you. I'll share it with you behind the scenes. Not that I have a problem with sharing it on the screen, on the stream. I'm not going to. I'll share it with you backstage on what happened on my very, very eventful evening yesterday when I got off the stream after my my rant, my blow up rant. Oh, the phone calls I got. That's funny. But yeah, we're back here on Monday. And it'll be the same time, that 2:30 time, Central Standard, Eastern Standard Time, and we'll be back for the afternoon woke up with more topics and things like that. Again, if you miss our Thursday streams with Marcus, those are a good time. I think you should be showing up to the Pantheon streams. Those are some really fun streams. I think Marcus, obviously, the three of us together, it just adds another element. Me and Chill are great together, but when you add Marcus, it's the Trinity. So you can check those out on Thursdays, 8:15 Eastern and Central Standard Time. You guys have a very blessed and safe weekend, please. If you are going into big places, like I'm going to the fair on Tuesday, I'm going in the morning, stay out of big crowds. If things get crowded, stay out of big crowds. Live your lives, though. If you like what you saw here today, subscribe, like that. It helps us out. Subscribe to Chill, subscribe to me.
Yeah, I'm on the record telling you not to go.
Yeah, he's telling you not to go.
Don't go.
I'm saying live your life. Can't stay locked up forever, though.
You can just stay for this week. There'll be another fair next year.
Okay. Like, subscribe, share with your friends, and thank you for being a friend.
Thank you for being a friend.
Oh, yeah.
Travel down the road and back again.
Hey, so we started from the bottom, now we're here, girl. Oh, yeah. This is my part right here. Ooh, if I did everything, the biggest gift, the biggest. Thank you for being my friend. Oh, yeah. Hallelujah.